Nova with number one. How are you doing? I am fantastic. I've been working since like 8:30 in the morning. I work both of my jobs today. I'm dying. And we're on the jank setup today, so I'm gonna have fun doing this. But it takes a lot more brain power for me to work with only one screen. I just listened to this. There we go. Hey Royalty, how you doing? Can't stay long. Busy day tomorrow? No, you just don't want to stay? I get it. Oh, you're streaming, hell yeah. Why do I do this to myself? My drugs are over here. That's okay, Royalty. I literally did what you're doing right now to somebody else because I don't want to stream like by tomorrow. I want to stream today still. So I get you, and I appreciate you swinging by. I do. Yeah, sorry, I'm just taking drugs, and then I'll put my face in the screen. But we can still talk until then. It's just my sugars are a little high. I think 15 is a fair number. I hope at least. Hello, elevator. Just keep sending me updates on that game. I don't know what the main goal of it's going to be, or the main premise, other than you have a train. But you know, keep us in the loop. I will happily show it off on stream. That's one of 2 drugs done. Manage dialogue. I I mean, I'm just completely ignorant to the whole game making thing, but would it not just be making a text box show up? Or are you actually gonna have like words? Like, are you gonna voice it? Are you gonna get Mystic to voice it? Can I voice it? Okay, you're not, but can I voice it? Alright, drugs are in. Ashtrees, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the family. You won that last game, right? I had to go. But you did win, right? You won? I hope you won. Be sick if you won. Hi, how are you? Why are you flipped? Why am I flipped? What's going on here? Hold on. Flip horizontally? Oh, I flipped something. Uh-oh. Here I go breaking things again. Let's see here. A 5 stream streak. Hell yeah. What am I missing here? Dialogue boxes aren't simple. They aren't? Yeah, if you need voice actors, Crew's in, I'm in. Like you're a team. So you're voicing everything then? Or you're getting Mystic to voice? What's your plan here? Man, it's wild from going from wearing a suit all day to wearing comfy clothes, and instantly I just get tired. It sucks. Dog's on the way to hospital. Dude, what the hell? What's going on with your dog? What the dog doing? Yeah, Elevator and his other personalities. Elevator and the personalities that are nice to him. Let's see here. If we can actually fix the face cam, that'd be ideal. Maybe I'm just... I mean, technically it's the right orientation. Kidney failure. Dude! Screw the stream, go to your dog. What are you doing? Driving. Sounds good, Nova. You were first at... You're driving and you were first? You're driving and you were first. That's crazy. I don't know if you guys can tell by the camera angle, but we are back on the hand cam setup. This mess setup. You couldn't go. Okay. All of my viewers love to text and drive to watch the stream and drive. It's crazy. It's par for the course. Yeah, that's fair, Royalty. That's fair. Well, I mean, if you want, you're welcome to stay here, naturally. Otherwise, yeah, go stream. Whatever helps. Bear with me as I figure out an angle here to put you. So, angle, we need less of that side. You were parked. Okay, fair enough. I don't know, I'm just not happy with how it's sitting right now. Oh well. I'll have to ignore it. We need to swap over to the other music, the one that is going to change halfway through the stream, and I'm just going to have to deal with it. Guys, remind me in 54 minutes and 32 seconds to not let this go to copywritten music. Thanks. Y'all know I love doing that. It's happened the last two streams, and I get muted for the section that it's not on this playlist, and I have not learned to just, I don't know, duplicate the playlist or do anything. I just let it happen. Oh well. You reuse your health scripts, nice. You don't understand. Oh, it's gonna break. Something's gonna break. So Elevator, explain to me the general gist of the game you're working on. For those of you at home, Elevator is creating a game for a game jam. The topic of the game jam is you can't save them all. His idea, I think, is going to be trolley problem themed. Because what he's shown me so far, and I'll show the class, is he sent me this video here, and yeah, I'm about to put you on blast. Your dev skills for all 2 seconds of this video. What he sent me is this here. It is just a quick video titled "We Love Trains." That's all we have so far. That's all we need to have, because we can see. We'll go back here for a second. We can see here. This is going to be a train, I presume, and this Bean is I think our player character, if not somebody we have to save. This is my guess before he actually writes it down. Oh, okay. Clearly the thing doesn't know it exists to try and save them. Is it like, but in doing so somebody else dies? Is that the plan here? Because I like that. The original plan that no matter what they always die. So how do you win? You can't save them all. No, you can't save any of them apparently. Time is a fixed line. It's a circle, dude. It's a circle. It's a roundabout. It doesn't matter when you get on, you're just getting off the same exit. Ooh, so I got a new ring today. Let me show you. So we had this one already. We did have a matching one in silver now. And then we just have this old ass one. But we got new rings. We got a new ring. Talking about, yes, we're talking about everyone. Specifically you, Dad. Dad's in the chat. Say hi to Dad. That's not exclamation mark. There we go. Hi, Dad. How are you doing? It's just one person that you can't save. Spider-Man. Oh, so in the beginning of the game, are you just going to be around like saving people nonstop, and then this last person you save, but then they still die, and then you fix it like for however many levels there are in the game, and then the final level you actually save them? Or the final level you decide that you can't save them all? So you sacrifice yourself in order to save them, thus still not saving everyone because you didn't save yourself? Is that our plan? Am I cooking? As the kids say? The kids say that, right? As the kids say? Welcome, Limitless. How are you? Let's save the person and then they die, I assume you were saying. So you go back in time. Okay. But then things are great, Dad. Things are great. The goal is just one person. So by the end of the game, do you save them? Or is the entire game all for naught? Because if so, that could just leave you feeling empty after playing the game because it doesn't matter what you do. Nihilism? Nihilism. Workers a mess. They always order so much, man. Could have been 180. Wait. Limitless. You, as well as like, I think the last 4 people who followed. I think 5, maybe 4. Anyway, you as well as the last 4, we'll say, people who followed, all work at the same place. Not the same store, but the same place. And I think that's really cool. Hopelessness. Okay, hopelessness. Hydrate. How you doing, Corn? Cheers. Whole thing's about not being able to save everyone. Yeah, but by what you're describing, since you're only trying to save one person, and you provenly cannot, you therefore cannot save anyone. Or if you save that one person, then you can save everyone, because that one person is everyone that you're saved. Thoughts? John's superhero saves other people. Not in the game, though. You can't save that one person. But to us, the player, he is everyone. So maybe you don't even save him as playing him, but like you just get done saving somebody else. I'm getting stuck on like real tight semantics here. It really shouldn't matter. But you know me. Ooh, you know me. Also, I forget, did we name this guy? Our little test subject here that we're gonna eventually tear the eyes out of? Did we name them? I could have sworn we did last stream, but I forget what their name was. Basically hybrid theory. So it's for a game jam, Limitless, and it's the theme of the game jam is you can't save everyone. So I don't know if it's supposed to be exactly butterfly effect, or hybrid theory, which I don't know what hybrid theory is. We're gonna look that up. We're gonna run our little tangent and look that up here. Hybrid theory, eh? Gonna get upset because I think people are gonna get way more attached to this random fucker. I'm gonna get attached to this random fucker. Just Groundhog Day without a happy ending. I never watched it. Not hybrid theory, yeah, because that's Linkin Park. As far as I'm seeing here. I pressed a button. Bear with me. There we go. So it's just gonna happen, you just can't stop it. Inevitability? Similar concept to this game with time travel. Okay. I guess we'll never know. I guess we'll never know. Edge of Tomorrow, but with no success. Freaky Friday? Except not? No, that's switching bodies. That's not time. I guess Groundhog Day would be the best idea. Or the best version of that. Chaos Theory. Chaos Theory? Let me take a peek. Oh, Wikipedia, perfect. Oh, that's a lot of words. Ooh. I never watched Final Destination. I live under a rock. I ain't seen shit. Same thing as butterfly effect, though. Chaos theory is an interdisciplinary area of scientific study and branch of mathematics. It focuses on underlying patterns, and deterministic laws of dynamical systems that are highly sensitive to initial conditions. Blah blah blah. The butterfly effect, our principal chaos, has one small change can determine condition along the linear system. Sounds dependent on. Okay, basically how a small change can make a big difference, i.e., the butterfly effect. Effectively, predetermined. I see. So what sort of ways to prevent death are you gonna have? Also, how do you plan to... Will it be point and click style, or will you be running around and actively like changing things? Or like, will you be Mr. Superhero, John Superhero? Will you be like swooping through and just scooping people up, sort of saving? And is it going to be like, after the part where they should have died, they die to something new that you then have to save them from? I have a lot of questions, man. I wasn't awake to brainstorm this this final solidification of your idea here. Because I fell asleep at like 6:40. I was texting someone, I just fell asleep. Final Destination makes you never ride behind a truck carrying logs. Never watched it. I know ish of the scene you're talking about. Goes through the windshield, right? But I haven't actually watched it. So how's the game gonna end, Elevator? I got many questions. If you want to hop into a Discord call and we can actually like yap about this, which if you're not in the Discord, by the way, this is your quickest way there. Click that link. If you're not in the Discord call, if you're not in the Discord server, we have book reading gatherings that are being started soon. We yap a lot. I'm there constantly, or I try to be at least, even when I'm at work. Don't tell my boss, but I'm there a lot. I don't want to wait for the game to come out. I know it's only going to take a week, but still, because the game jam is a week. But still, I want. No, I gotta know. Elevator, tell me your secrets. I promise, only everybody in this server will know. Server? Only everyone in this Discord will know. I have to make sure I don't accidentally press this button on my mouse, or else it'll change the scene to my hands. Which I felt like it was a good idea. At the time when I had set it up, because we were doing the hand cam stuff, we were building things, which we'll get to. But when we're not doing that, and when I have the keyboard in front of me, it kind of sucks. You are lucky I was on the right scene for that, otherwise it wouldn't have worked. I get the bonking. Well, thank you for being here, Dad. I appreciate you. Person that should be asking on try number 10. Can we just kill the person? Wait, that's funny. Speedruns are actually like, once they figure out you can just kill the person to go to the next level, speedruns are actually just, how fast can we kill this guy? That's funny. I just tried to use the mouse to scroll up on my phone. Because with the setup that we're at right now, I don't have the second screen, so I have to use my phone for the chat. How fast can we murder this guy? Also, what's our guy's name? Everything needs a name. Yes. I think it still is. Unless, is the murder predetermined already? Is that how that works? Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. We picked a new thing for me to crochet, didn't we? Because like I've made these two. I've made the Edgar Allan Poe bird and my boy. Have we picked something else? How are you doing, Ash Trees? Hope you had a good stream, and I hope you won that game. Y'all totally did. You clutched up, right? Yeah. Is murder still murder if it was destined to be? Thoughts? You lost. Damn, I thought you had it. Did not win the game. How are you, Emma? Finally, after years, it's your first message. Well, stressful. I mean, you had to clutch up like 3 times. Makes sense. I don't know. I looked away to start my stream. I looked back and your stream was over. Yeah, yeah. I want to jump down the rabbit hole. Ashtree's carry. On God. Give me your ideas. Give me your thoughts. And in the meantime, we can bonk. For fun, of course. For fun. If things are predetermined, then does murder count? If things are predetermined, what matters? if things are predetermined, should you try with anything, or is that predetermined that you are going to give up and not try? We're in here changing lives. Taking that philosophy course that I took years ago, and actually using it. I say that as if I can actually string coherent sentences together. If you can shoot this guy in the head before he hits the ground, it's murder. But if you watch this guy fall to his death, it isn't. Yes. Yes, because technically, in a court of law, you shot this guy and you have the mens rea, the guilty mind of committing this act. Therefore, that would be classified as murder, regardless of if he would have died by hitting his head via falling. Um, because we don't know the future, regardless of if it's predetermined or not by some cosmic force, because we can't be guaranteed that he will die from hitting his head, the onus is on us for being the murderer, or for committing murder. Something like that. Something like that. I went to police school, so I know the law. Still your action, you're still your response. Exactly. Thank you, crew. We punish you for what you do, not what you think to do. Well, I mean, to a certain extent, we can punish based off of the thought to do it as well. It's just a little bit more gray. Like, if you are Googling how to build a bomb, and you go out and you buy the stuff to build a bomb, and then you have the bomb 90% built, but you haven't built the bomb, you can still be charged for building a bomb. And you can still be charged for the intent to use said bomb. Because, they'd rather catch you before you blow something up, right? That's building a bomb. Okay. If you Google how to murder a body in the most efficient way, and if you are constantly like fiending over searching all this stuff up and like the most efficient ways to like dispose of bodies and everything, like looking up your targets, like schedules, and really getting into the details here, is that not punishable if they can prove that you are having all of these thoughts? At least enough to admit you into some psych ward. Because I wouldn't want that guy on the street, especially not if I'm his target. Which, that brings me to one of the topics I wanted to talk about today. I had a customer today, as the title down here says. I had a customer, and he technically wasn't even my customer. He was going to the store beside me. Uh, but I see this guy, he's coming from the mall food court. He's all happy, doesn't look like he has a single thought in his head. Older guy, like in his retired years. I don't know what age he would be roughly, but he's mentioned he was retired, so that's safe to say. He was in his retired years. Um, had this little box with him, didn't have a single thought in his head, just walking by. And this is safe to say. My store recently had been burgled. They'd recently smashed and grabbed and gotten a lot of shit. So because of that, I have, or one person, typically me, because I am one of the only two men that work there. I had to stand at the front of the store and keep watch. Uh, because of this, people talk to me a lot, and I'm a talkative guy. I'll yap. Fuck it, why not? Maybe I'll get a story for stream. In this case, I got a story for stream, so it ended up being pretty alright. Before I get too into it, though, let's see what y'all are saying here. Uh, Depends on the thing, like how to kill someone and making a plan. Then yes, yeah, then it shows the mens rea, the guilty mind. Um, if they can prove it's premeditated murder plan, it doesn't actually start. Um, Sorry, if they can prove that it is a premeditated murder plan that doesn't actually start, then there could be punishment. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. I don't know exactly what the Criminal Code of Canada would say these days, but if I still had mine from college, then I'd be able to check. But it's probably jail time. It's probably not life, but it's probably something. Uh, anyway, back to my story time. I had this guy, no thoughts, head empty, stupid ass look on his face, coming towards, passing by my store, going to one of the local telecommunication stores. I don't want to give too much information away because it is the internet, and if where I work gets out, I could lose my job because I've actively spoken on my about my job to such an extent. Um, but anyway, I have this guy walk by, and he's loud. First and foremost, well, I'll say this: he was a loud motherfucker. And he walks up, and it's almost like he's yelling at me. He says, "What was his wording?" I want an exact quote for you guys here. Um, hey, they catch those fuckers yet that stole from you? No, sir. No, they haven't. Oh, I hate when people do that, he says. He says, I hate those types of people. Those no good, good for nothing. You know what? They're coming from overseas and they're doing that. And I'm like, right. Yeah, he hates when people steal. But he was a racist one who hates when people steal. Yeah. Yeah, and he was Dutch as hell. He pasty white skin. You can just tell he's Dutch. Trust me, I got experience with those. Um, but yeah, he said, yeah, that's how they grow up over there. They're taught from when they're young age. That's how they're taught to just steal shit and scam people. And I was like, sir, look, I don't want to blatantly like argue with you right now because that means you're gonna stay here longer. But I'm not putting up with him just talking shit like that. So I said like, look, I don't know where you jump to those conclusions from. However, clearly, if you look around, that is not everybody. There are bad eggs in every community, everywhere. It is not a whole group of people who are doing one specific thing. I'll have you know, at least one of the members were white. Um, like, but like he was something else. He was special. He proceeded to talk with me for, I want to say, an hour and a half, or more talk at me. He talked about how, oh, he owns, or he used to own the fastest car in our neighborhood for a few years, and now he owns one of the fastest motorcycles or dirt bikes or whatever the fuck, modified to hell and back and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, all right, sir, that's very nice. Um, like, I don't care about your car, and I wasn't about to tell him about my car, how my car's all modded up and zooped up, because I didn't want to continue a conversation with this guy. Frankly, I wanted this guy away from my store. My store faces the other store that I work at from across the hall. And my coworker kept making eye contact with me, and he kept sending me like um, different gifts, different messages. Because one of the things that this guy said was, "Oh, they're lucky I wasn't here. They're lucky. Those fuckers are lucky I wasn't here. I would have taken them by their hair. I would have thrown them through the glass." This guy was like 5'2", 250 pounds. He wasn't throwing anything except for a hernia. This guy was fucking. There was no way. But he was all talk. He was like a chihuahua's amount of angry at this. This guy, uh, he's something else. I'll tell you what. And he was raised in the country. He made sure I knew that he was raised in the country. because I said like, oh well they had hammers, like no one's going to do anything like that when they are armed with weapons with hammers, uh, because one hit and it's lights out. And he said like, I don't give a fuck what they had. I can take a hammer. I grew up in the country. I used to get kicked by cows all the time. I've been hit by a hammer. Growing up, I was the little guy. I was pounded on and pounded on, and he really made it apparent, made me understand that when he was small, he was beat to shit. I don't know why this was important to his story, but he made sure I knew. Um, but he was like, "Yeah, but I can take a hammer. He hits me with a hammer. It better be a good hit, because afterwards I'm throwing him through the glass." And I'm like, "All right, sir. Okay. With or without a ladder? Are you gonna climb up to? Are you gonna climb to reach this guy? I know the guy who robbed us. He was, or one of them, where was a kid, but like, come on. Sounds like he's yapping to yap. Honestly, I think he meant every word he said. Could he live up to it? Could he could he chew what he was biting off there? No. There's no shot. But man, stay white and left. That's crazy. But no, the this guy he proceeded to talk for like about an hour and a half. Halfway through, a delivery driver guy came in to deliver one of our regular packages that we always get. Because with jewelry, we send it out to our vendor and we get back pieces from our vendor. They they got stopped by our new friend El Muchísimo, as you were. They got stopped by him, and he said like, "Could you believe it? These guys here got robbed. No one fucking did anything." And I'm like, "No, sir, they had hammers." like, like all the gold here insured. My life not insured. Company's not gonna give a fuck if I die. They might send my family a fruit basket if they're feeling good. Stay white. Stay white's crazy. Yeah, I mean, yeah, any company would rather product over people. It's stupid, but the people robbing, 9 times out of 10, unless they're having a real bad day, they don't want anything to do with me or my coworkers. They want our damn jewelry. They want the product. That's why they're there. They're not there just to hurt me. Now, will they hurt me if I start getting in their way and trying to, I don't know, climb up a ladder and pull their hair and throw them through the glass? Oh, Sarah, you've missed out on so much. We're talking about this one customer I had. Yeah, they want money, exactly. They don't want to hurt me. They will if they have to, because they're stupid in the head. But that's not their goal. Oh, you've been here. Okay, okay, cool. No, he didn't buy anything because he wasn't en route to my store. He was en route to the store beside my store because he had to connect a new phone line. Talking to Husbando. Oh, nice. Tell him I say hi. Yes. Those of you, though, who read books, those of you who are literate, unlike myself, if you can read, and if you like to read, I'm talking about you specifically, you know I'm talking about you, uh, get in the Discord, exclamation mark Discord in the chat, I'll do it for you. Uh, Sarah here is our resident, we'll call them book club leader. You'll see when you get in. Um, and she's going to be starting up book clubs pretty soon, or whenever she gets to it. What's the book? I don't know yet. That's Sarah's job. That's her job. We've appointed her today, so I don't know what they're planning there. I'm not a big like super crazy reader because I have everything else under the sun and more to do when it comes to working on stream. So I will be there. I'll read when I can. I can't promise that I'll finish, but I'll read. Um, I might need a head start if we're being honest, but yeah, we'll be hosting book club. I don't know exactly when they plan on meeting up or for how long or what they're going to be doing exactly, but I have a pointer to that, and she's going to get that all set up, and she'll give me information once everything's more locked in. It sounds like they're doing Haunting Adeline. Um, but yeah, that's their job. That's Sarah's job. Supposed to leave, but now everyone's in bed. Well, I'm glad you're here. I need to drink more water. Dark sodas make me like burpy, if that's even a word. Just kidding. Okay. Well, yeah. Well, I don't know who agreed to that, but whoever agreed to that, if Elevator actually does, would you actually um, get Elevator the game? What was it? Was it both Sarah's and Nova, or was it just Nova? I struggle to remember the details of that. Got baited. Why? Because you wanted to read the book, or because you're here listening to the old man, listening to the story about the old man? Right? I have to go back, which we can because we have VODs. We can watch the VODs. I post like 95% of them to YouTube, unless YouTube threatens me with legal action, like they did when I played Whiplash. Fun fact: YouTube threatened me because I played Whiplash on stream. Whoops, my bad. Which, like, I get it. It's a trademarked movie and all that, but I get it. I watched like one scene. What was wrong? It's because I played Whiplash. Yeah, yeah, the movie. I didn't play all of it. I played the caravan scene, the final scene. Welcome back, Nova. How was your drive? Great, great. I'm glad. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The movie. Oh, Game Whiplash. No, no. Interesting name for a game, though. I know that there is a. You can see my face light up when I click onto off of the stream tab that it was on. Where are we? I'm never gonna be able to find it now, but there was a video that you can play Whiplash through the video. Like he will, the main character will play some, and then you have to press like numbers on the keyboard or like control L to like skip forward to skip back to different parts of it so that it properly plays Whiplash. Otherwise, Fletcher will throw shit at you. I loved it. It was a great YouTube video. Boring drive. Driving can never be boring. If driving is boring, you're doing it wrong or you're in traffic. Were you in traffic or were you doing it wrong? If I can find the video later, I will send it to the Discord. Which, speaking of, that'll do. Just had to make sure the Discord was open. One thing that I was planning to do was having a theater night for the Discord, where we could just all watch a movie together, hang out. Of course, we'd have to be muted because otherwise people would just yap over the movie. But and that's a pet peeve of mine. However, I want to get like a theater night going as well. Book club's great. Just got back into reading, and that's the bait. But you're already reading. Just need to figure out what you guys were. Oh yeah, guys, my dad, specifically Sarah here, because you're organizing this. My dad's gonna be reading too, potentially. We're still deciding on the book, I believe, and then the dates and how we're exactly going to be doing this. And blah blah blah. Like this was literally started. When did I message you? At like 6:30. So like what, 4 hours ago? Um, yeah, welcome in, Dad. We can figure something out. We can figure out like a tag or something to put on people who are in book club so that you can just ping them. And that should make things easier to organize for you. That way, rather than just hoping people read a specific chat, you can ping them to get their attention and you don't have to ping the entire Discord. But that does mean that, Dad, you're gonna have to figure out how to use Discord. I know you have it. I know you can. I've seen it. Just gonna have to get it to work for you. Okay. Discord beeps when you don't want it to? Why is Discord beeping for you? Do you not have servers deafened? Or muted? Doing something wrong because your brain could not decide a music genre, so you just sat in silence. Yeah, that makes sense. Because when I drive, I am singing, I am having a blast, I am shifting up and down gears, because you know how we drive manual up in here. Um, it's fun. It's fun. It helps if you speed as well, but don't tell my dad, because I would never actually speed, right? Oh, I forgot that I fixed that. Okay. Carry on. As I was. As we were. Dad, have you seen my the jacket that I was making? Or modifying, I guess? Because if not, I'd love to show you. I got your car so I mean, that's fair. A cheap car, it's good. I'm gonna be paying off my car for a long time. I think I still have like 2 years to go. So yeah, I get it. I made that mistake. It is what it is. And I can't even check how much I have left to pay on it because I have to jump through a lot of hoops, which I just don't want. I guess I can check how much. I just choose not to because that's a lot of effort. And I would rather spend effort working on stream. Since it was a coworker of your dad's. Okay, that's nice. 3K, what do you drive? He can't drive anymore, just wanted a car gone. That'll do it. That's one way to get it gone. Price for chirp dirt cheap. An '08 Chevy Impala. Dad, didn't you have an Impala? Or did you have something else? Let me see here. Something like that. Yeah, like this, right? A little something something. Four door? Really? That's really, really nice then. Yeah, you guys have seen my car. It's literally in the title screen. Got less than 100K. Mine had 113K when I bought it. However, it's a retired racer, so it was driven hard. Which I didn't consider that when I was purchasing it, but I mean, at least they were very on top of maintenance, which I'm also trying to be. I went like a few 100 kilometers over what I should have, which that's like a few hundred over 5K is not bad at all. But I want to stay on top of my oil changes and everything else I have to do. Otherwise, you end up like Smoothie and you have to get all of your like brakes and rotors and shit replaced. and it costs you like 1,200 bucks. Rest in peace, his car. At one point, why did he follow you for so long? Did the cop think that you were doing something? Everyone, it's bonk time. Get your bonks in. That's not a bonk. There we go. WRX STI. It's a 2017. It is, if I can pull up a picture here. Where are we? Everything's so small, I can't read. We have under 2026? No, those are videos. I can't use my mouse as I normally do. Shit. Otherwise it'll change the scene. I just realized that. 2026 pics. The picture where I have the white monster. What do you mean? Oh, yeah. That I sent in the Discord. Here, this is my car. This beauty right here. Yeah, that one. This is my car though. This is my baby. I'm kind of in the way. So is this. It's a beaut. Same color except the nose piece is red, and then the inner seats all have red patterning as well. Yeah, she a beaut. And then on the back door, there's a little door ding because when I bought it, I parked not in way fuck off land of the parking lot, and someone door dinged me. The one time that I didn't park way out in the middle of the boonies is when I get door dinged. Ask me if I'm a little annoyed by that. I am. Very much so. But it is what it is. It's a beauty mark now. It's the only thing that's, like, wrong with my car, is I have one little door ding. But I forget about it most of the time because it's not that noticeable. But it's still there. So when I remember it pretty well. It's not the end of the world, though. It'd be worse if I noticed it every single time I got to the car, because then I just wouldn't want to drive anymore. Why would somebody throw a cup at his car? That's like... that's wild behavior. I mean, you didn't interview him afterwards? Fake friend. Oh, we're almost at the illegal music. We're going back to the beginning. The 3-point turn, the dude just started following? What? Did he cut him off accidentally? I know that I failed one of my driving tests because I didn't have somebody fully finish their 3-point turn before I started driving forward. But they were fully out of my way, but they just didn't pass me, so I failed the driving test. Crazy. And then the second time I passed with 0 marks, like 0 issues. I think the person was just on a power trip. That's my theory, at least. Let's see. Phil, since you made a wide turn, turn the wheels the wrong way when you're doing hill parking. Oh. Do you not remember UCLA? If you're parking uphill with a curb, it's left and away from the curb. I don't remember even being asked that. Come to think of it. Just misjudged. It happens. It happens, but if it happens with them, they're going to shoot you in the chest. So you better not let it happen. 100%. You know, I wish I didn't say yes every single time work asks me to work, but I know that because I do that, work really likes me, and then I can get away with more shit because I'm always bailing work out. Like for the last 2 days and for Sunday, Monday, or yeah, for Sunday, Monday, and for the last 2 days, I have been working at the jewelry store because my manager has been all on stress leave and shit. So they wouldn't be able to do that if I didn't say, yeah, I can totally work that. Because of that, they get their vacation. Otherwise, they'd have to stay. But also because of that, I had to work a double today. So I opened at the jewelry and closed at the shoe store. And man, the caffeine that I have drank today is crazy. You're just a good worker. I'm a good seller. Googling something about Silent Hill. I mean, I can be standing beside my manager and actively be sending him Instagram reels. And then he'll just watch him beside me. As long as like stuff is done in the store, like today I'll show you guys. I didn't take a picture or anything. However, I technically could use the drawing tablet for this. No, this is fine. Because of customers. Yeah, I mean, we have customers too, just not nearly as much as you do. Uh, but if this is our like store wall, it's divvied up into like sections like this. And we had hella shit. Like our designer suits. So like a whole bunch of suits of like different colors here. This is real scuffed. But you get the idea. A lot of different suits. And then this was a big empty area here. What we ended up doing is we took all of the suits and all of the rungs that the suits were on. There were like two layers of suits. We took all that and we moved it all over here. That was a pain. All of this just so that we didn't have an ugly space close to the front of the store. And that took a lot of work, and normally this is just me complaining, but today especially because I was tired. I was really tired today. I just wanted to go home and go to bed, which is crazy because last night I went to bed at like 8:40. I passed out, and then I didn't wake up until like my alarm at 5 in the morning because I was going to get up and do things, but then I realized I can just keep sleeping, so I did. And then I slept until 9, and then I got up for my shift at 9:30. So much sleep. But I'll be honest, it didn't feel like it was enough. In either store, no. The other jewelry place, there's like multiple other. But I worked at one of the others too. That was actually, when I moved back to Canada, one of the other jewelry stores is the first place that I ever worked. Or one of them, I suppose. I did work at a golf bar, we'll call it. A golf virtual reality bar. Indoor golf. Whatever. Yes, I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. Not yet, but there are many that could. More every day, actually. Like, well, their name just popped up, but like them, or like the one that followed before them, or like the one that followed before them, or like the one that followed. No, that's SPG. SPG Carrot's good. But the one that followed before them, they could too. A lot of people can. Not to mention the ones that we've known for ages, uh, a lot of people can screw me over. And it's a big game of trust that I'm playing with them. So as long as I stay on everyone's good side, we're fine. We're fine, it's fine. Nothing can possibly go wrong, as they say. Since you get the content creation. Exactly. Check my blood sugars, but then I can't read chat. You got it. We'll see if we can read it through the light there. Yeah, there you guys go. Coming into sight. 16.7 going down. You can kind of see it. If this is darker, it's just gonna not show, isn't it? No, actually, that's not bad. But it's coming down. It was at like 20 at the beginning of the stream. That's why I had to take drugs before we actually showed my face. So Nova, these are good numbers. Nova, how'd you get the Umbrella Corporation badge, by the way? I clocked that you had it a while ago, but I never actually did anything about it. We love drugs. Or the other drugs. Honestly, any of them. Prescribed meth? We love that one. Do y'all know of any artists? Because I am looking for artists for new emotes. I have a lot of emotes I need to make. Caffeine is a drug, yes. You do know artists. I'm gonna have to like vet their art because there's certain art styles that I just can't stand. Unfortunately, a lot of Twitch streamers use it. But I would love to get in contact with them. I was actually making a list of everything that I want to do with the stream today, but I left it at work, of course. So I'll have to get that tomorrow. When I open tomorrow. Because work loves putting me on clopen shifts where I close and then I'm right back in as soon as I can the next day. Doesn't do it for people. Well, I mean that... Yeah, I would need someone who does art for people. And I could just go to Fiverr, but... I don't know. I went to Fiverr for the multi-month subscriber hearts that you see next to your names there. And like they're fine. But I feel like we can do better. Someone does yours. Ooh. I'd love to take a look at this stuff. Don't think they're opposed. I could also just learn how to draw. But between trying to think of content for videos, trying to record videos, trying to edit videos, which I was going to record videos, or let's not get ahead of myself. I was going to record a video yesterday. However, I worked at the jewelry store yesterday because I was asked if I could work. So then that kind of killed my whole day. Because after work I just dropped dead and fell asleep. From watching all your friends stream Resident Evil. Nice! TV Photoshop. Yeah, that's basically what I do. For like all of my thumbnails that I make a new thumbnail after every single stream. I don't know if anyone noticed or cares, but I do. I'll show you here. Where are we? Everything's loading so slowly because we're streaming. You know how it is. But after every stream, I make a new thumbnail, and it's just using paint. Usually is, yeah. Or like I'm kind of stretching out to different things. But yeah, I just have a base template, and I just redo the text Control Shift Save, and then go on and to the next, because I cannot sit here and um, think too hard about a thumbnail, otherwise I will just be frozen, and I'll never actually get anything done. However, it's fine. It's fine. I have a very simple template, and it looks fine. It looks not messy, because I hate how some of the stills from a VOD is like I yap a lot. Y'all know that. That's not news. But sometimes the stills for the VOD thumbnails is me in the middle of a word, and it looks bad. Because if you pause at any point when someone's actively speaking, there's like a 95% chance it's gonna look like shit. So because of that, to counter that, I make my own VODs, and that's what I use for YouTube as well. Exactly. That's my exact thought process, is for those longer edited, like properly edited videos that have structure to them, that have a script, then I will full on work and make a proper thumbnail, but I don't need to put that effort into a VOD. Especially because on average it's like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. I need to go to bed so I can get to work the next day and not die. I just need something quick I can whip up, because I do want everything done for the stream by the end of the night. I don't want to wake up tomorrow and have like homework to do to fix up for the next stream, or for the previous stream rather. But yeah, I just want to have a good video down that I can edit and just really dig into and work on, because I think it would just be really satisfying to do, and just to actually have really good, like a really good piece of content out there that isn't just a VOD. Nothing wrong with the VODs. They help people catch up. However, I want to actually have like good, proper, strong content. And I think the beginning of that is going to be just like a TikTok video, or TikTok videos, because they're quick, they're going to be easier to record, less information to have to try and get across. I can post them to multiple platforms, be it TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. I think you could post it to Twitch too if you really want to. But thinking of making a video of our gameplay, that's something that I've considered. However, if there's ever a part where I don't want my face cam in this corner, you can't remove it unless you record both segments separately, the face cam and the background, which I found a plugin that lets you do that. However, it makes everything lag to hell and back, at least with my setup, because there is a plugin for that. Yeah. I'll see if I can find it for you. Yeah, there absolutely is. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Oh, you use it? Okay. Yeah, you press a button and it will just record a source, or what you could do, if you are planning to do like strictly just content, is, and I can't do it live on stream. Yeah, source record. That is what I was talking about. But something else that you could do, if you're just doing something for content, not streaming, because it's not going to work for streaming, is oh God, what is it? 1920 by 1080. So 1920 long would equal to 3840 wide, something like that. But so you double the width. You keep the height the same. You double the width, right? Then you have one 1920 by 1080 source here. Right beside that, you have your face cam source, and you just record both like that. That way, in your editing software, you have two 1920 by 1080 HD videos that you can then edit and manipulate to put wherever you want in the video. Yeah, it can be annoying, and I see that, but it's a good way to do it if you don't have the Um, I believe you would need a good graphics card to just be able to run the recording and the video at the same time. Use that for when you rarely use the webcam. I was trying to use the source record in the background of Styx and in the background of Sly when I was recording those for stream, because I wanted to be able to then double up on that footage and use that as B-roll for the videos that I was going to create for both of them. I'm still planning and still writing up a script for Sly, but that's slow coming because now I have other ideas that I've started to put on different burners, and now I need to just focus on one. But I am not good at focusing on one specific thing. Did the opposite where you did top and bottom. That is true. That's another good way. I don't know if there's a benefit to doing one way over the other, but I don't think it really matters. And then there's another, yeah, that makes sense. There's another plugin. I forget what this one's called, though. I think I have it saved somewhere. Let me check my Milanote. See elevator? I said it right. Y'all can't see my Milanote, though. There's too many secrets. Stream Doctor, where are you? My tools, countdown, panel maker sounds, countdown, live poll, spin the wheel, pre chat, game picker. Stream ladder, I believe it's called. Yes, stream ladder. And here I can show you. I think it's fine to show this. Go to bad secrets. Secrets. So, it's videos made easy. Basically, you tell the, I don't know if it's an actual app or what it is these days, but you tell the program, this is where my face cam is, this is where I want you to record, and then it will just auto condense that into short form content to make it extremely streamlined and easy. I like how they're showing this guy, Joer247, who's got 877 people on Instagram. Not saying that's like a small number, of course. That's more than double what I have on Twitch, but like they have all of these numbers: 7 million, 2 million, 600,000, 200,000, 1.3 million, and then they have like 800 people. Streamladder seems decent. Seems decent. It's just I've never used it. Certical? Yeah, vertical. Yeah, okay, thank you. Vertical. I think Harris Heller made that one, didn't he? Name dropping here like I know the guy. From like he has a lot of content with Stream Elements is not the name. Stream Beats now made or now turned into Senpai Gaming, if I recall. But I need to record content. I have this one video that I want to make, but for it I'm going to have to get a little sweaty. I'm gonna have to go to the gym. Some clickbait, sexy gym content. I'm gonna have to make that. So keep an eye out on my TikTok for that one. If you're not following me on TikTok, then you should. You should. I used to post. I used to, as if I was consistent. I made 3 whole videos, and I don't remember what 2 of them are. But one of them was it was a joke from Full Metal Alchemist, episode 4, I think, episode 2 or episode 4. Whatever episode has the little dog girl. It was a spoof off of that. Asking if someone could Photoshop a photo of their dog and their girl together, because they're practically inseparable. And then the photographer or photo editor guy's like, yeah, I could put them together for you, and then it's a hard cut to the. If you watch Full Alchemist, you know exactly the scene I'm talking about. But that was like 6 years ago, and now I think back to it and I cringe. But you can't make content without a little bit of cringe. To be cringe is to be free, as they say. You know what I'm talking about. Good, good. On TikTok, I part of me wants to just make a fresh TikTok because I've used my TikTok as like a main TikTok now for I don't know what happened there. We skipped a few frames. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Dog of Wisdom. That was one of my other TikToks. That was another one of my TikToks. Oh God, it was a trend where oh fuck, what was the trend? Something along the lines of like I'm really digging into my fucking memory box here. Holy shit. The trend was it's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, it's gonna bug me now. Effectively, a guy is trying to get a girl. Um, like it's gonna talk. The distance has to talk to me, man. The little gremlin in my corner. I keep him there for a reason. So the guy's trying to get the girl. Uh, the girl kind of likes him, but it's like it's a shame you're not whatever. It's like, uh, you're telling me you're super into um. Fuck. It's so going to bother me now. God. I'm gonna have to look up like old TikTok trends and maybe I'll find it. Um, bum. Mannequin challenge, bottle flip challenge. No, 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 no. The thing is like trends come and go in a fucking night, and like there's no way I actually saved it because I'm not that smart. Yo, Lamps, because I haven't seen you in forever. We were worried about you. How you doing? We're talking about one of my very first TikToks I ever created, and I can't think of what it was now. I understand the entire concept of the video, I cannot put it to words. It was about the Dog of Wisdom. But basically, uh, it's some roundabout way of the guy saying, like, oh, you're really into the Dog of Wisdom, but not exactly saying the Dog of Wisdom. Um, and then, like, the music changes, and then you just start with the whole ba hapapa hapatakatapa hapatakatapa as if like yo I'm the dog of wisdom sort of thing. I thought it was fire. Thinking back, I don't. But that's the thing. To be cringe is to be free. Sometimes. Don't get crazy. Don't go crazy. But sometimes. But Lance, what have you been up to? What have you been doing? How's life treating you? Oh God. Nova, have you ever heard back from Eric? I'm not participating. Because I went and like every now and again I'll go and I'll check back and I'll see what's going on. But uh I don't know. He follows me on Twitch. He follows me on TikTok, so I can brag that I have a follower on TikTok who has 1.2 million followers. I love that. All right, you guys, you got out of your system? You good? Good, good. And it's bonk time on that note. Get your bonks in. Woo, rapid fire. Washington, D.C. this summer. Uh, 20 were selected from 50 who were interviewed from 100 who applied, majoring in history, political science with a 3.9. Hell yeah. Graduating college next year, then started on a master's, doing cool stuff with friends and in clubs. That's amazing. Sounds like you have a full life right now, and I love that for you. You haven't missed too much when it comes to me. I am back in Canada, so I'm back in like a proper time zone. No offense, Europeans, but you're not here anyway. You're asleep, so it's fine. Um, Post a snap. Oh, I don't have a snap. Still living up north. Like in Canada up north? I feel like reaching out from time to time, but the last time I reached out to him was when his Steam was hacked and tried to send me some like scammy shit. So then I DM'd him and I said, "Hey, yo, is this you?" And then he's like, "No, sorry, I'm getting that fixed." But that's it. If it wasn't for me going to Norway, I think Eric and I would have been like actual like buds because we are similar enough in age. I forget how old he is, but regular stream. I have been. I have been, dude. Lamps. I have a playlist on YouTube of every one of my streams, so you can go back and see all of my streams since I've started, minus one. Um, 95% of my streams. Trevor was hacked? I don't remember that, no. Massachusetts. How far is that? I'm terrible with geography. Massachusetts. Oh shit, he's like right near some people I know. I should have guessed. Should have guessed. Lamps, that's how old I am. Technically, we all know somebody in Mass. And I know some people who should be in Mass. But they probably burn the place down anyway. It would be sick to one day surpass Eric, but I do doubt it. 950 is insane. Oh, you're too kind, Nova. Holy shit. Yeah, he had a rough patch there. I know that. That was 26 when no, no, no. I was pretty young. I was pretty young. That was what, 3, 4 years ago? Also, how did you think that the baby face that I was that old? He's not still with Cha Cha, is he? 5 years? Don't say that. Don't say that. I believe you, but don't say it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just do exclamation mark follow age. Where clips? 5 years. Nova's been around. That's insane, Lamps. How do you feel? Does your back hurt yet? Yeah, because like Lamps, this was you. Hold up. Stop. I want to hear myself. You remember this? Why do you hate me? Because I thought of a loophole behind your anti-mac and cheese terrorism act? Throwback. Throwback to me as a fucking fetus. Holy. Anywho, back to this. The baby face. I know, I know. That's still one of my most viewed, oh no. Hey Lamps, you remember my dad, right? Debaser? Surely you do. You still quote that? That's fantastic. I felt like I was 12 in that video. Lamps. Did you unfollow me? That's crazy. You did the bit to unfollow me? That's crazy. And you're still somehow VIP. That's so sad. I know, right? I don't like I get for the bit, but also I don't get why people do the whole unfollow and refollow, other than for a bit. Because I like to see how long I followed somebody for. It's like holding that legacy. And it fucks with my numbers when you do that. So I double don't like it. You've been working at Tim Hortons for 5 years. Do you hate yourself? Hmm. Okay, valid. Yeah. Just noticed. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you play Apex. That should have been the first clue, eh? There were signs. There were signs, officer. He's an Apex player. Bet you play League too, don't you? And Dead by Daylight. No, that's it. That's Dead by Daylight. Yeah, that'll do it. Nobody can hate me more than me. My favorite saying is, um, I might not be able to do the impossible, but I can do everything else. And I like that quote. It's a like legit quote. You're past your random and following phase. Thank you, Lamps. I'm really glad you've been doing some internal growth. Hopefully you never grow out of the anti-mac and cheese terrorism act, though. Not League. Yeah, you'd rather play Dota, right? Dota 2, right? I'm not alone in that. I bring it up at least once a week, but like I used to play way too much Dota. Don't want to play any MOBAs. Not even Dota, not even the best one. Not even the one that I have sunk. Let me see here. I'm still opening Steam. Oh, everything's out of date. Ugh. Um, I am the type of person who keeps every single game up to date, regardless of if I have played that game in the past year. Um, yeah, my Dota 2, I have played 5,794.3 hours. A little bit of time here, eh? In it. A little bit. A little different than during that clip. Believe it or not, people are different from 15 to 16 to 20. What? Well, that's a good thing you won't grow out of the anti-mac and cheese terrorism act. I'm glad. Yeah, you're right. We should stop talking about age. Lamps, do you read now? We're starting a book club in my Discord. If you can read, you should join it. I don't know what they're reading, but they're reading. They're doing things. Things with books. Monthly? Bi-weekly? That much I don't think we know yet. But they're doing things with books. Since expanded on them. Really? Like what? You do read. Your entire life given your majors. Hell yeah. Can't make you learn. Oh, it won't be learning. Well, depending on what they make you read, it might be learning. Right now, I am reading Homer's The Odyssey. Very slowly. It's a very, very slow rate, basically when I'm not doing anything else. But very, very slowly. We'll we'll get there. We'll get there. That's an old one. That's right. Dad, thank you for the gifted sub to Lamps. And Lamps, I hope you enjoy the best emotes on Twitch, including my personal favorite, Baby with Gun. Honestly is a good book, especially when you watch Epic the Musical. But yeah, in a band-aid fix for fixing my my alerts, I just use the old browser link for my old emotes because I have not gotten around to fixing them for old time's sake. You can now enjoy Baby with Gun and the new emote that we put in, Near Miss. That is based off of the stream clip that we have here. We remember what your alerts are? Oh no. You should probably check them from time to time. You'd be surprised. Huge fan. Honestly, fair enough. I'm also a big fan of Epic the Musical, which we will be watching in a theater chat in the Discord eventually. Haven't set up the dates exactly, but we are still building the theater chat channel, so we'll get there. We'll get there. Also forgot, that's a little dangerous. You have to read to all your emotes, and yeah, I had to. Not all the emotes, because I like Baby with Guns. I like this guy. But I had to redo all the alerts. I had to redo everything here from scratch, basically. Especially because I moved from the computer that worked to a computer that half worked to a laptop now. I could only bring some of my elements around. Like this guy. He's chilling. How close are we to running out of the list? Pretty close. Back to the top. I haven't found another list yet. I like this one. Forget like sub things. I had to fully remember my like script when somebody follows or subs or anything like that. Don't currently have your PC. Switch from Streamlabs to OBS. Good, as you should. As you should. OBS is it's a steeper learning curve, but you can do so much more with it. So much more. I highly recommend anybody switch. The character that you described back then had the ability to mutate mac and cheese into anything. Oh! You combat crime. It was inedible in the... and it wasn't real mac and cheese. Responded with that quote. I completely forgot about the context behind it. I completely forgot about that. Oh, yes, and I should mention, the gift subs have reset, and Dad, you're now number 1. Congratulations, enjoy your crown. Just switch way sooner, but yeah, I mean, stubbornness and not wanting to learn a new system once you're comfy in the one, that is the biggest reason why I don't change my systems that I have. But in order to grow as a streamer, I need to get myself out of my comfort zone. For example, changing my setup to what we currently have, just running off of a single screen. Because then I feel like I can be, it's that, I guess, theory of like, if you practice jumping with a weighted vest on or like a backpack full of rocks, if you practice jumping while under a harder stress than it would be to normally jump, as soon as you take off that extra weight, as soon as you shed the extra things holding you down, you'd be able to jump so much higher, so much farther, you'd be so much stronger. I'm trying to see if there's a similar idea like that. Like, I am limiting myself to a single screen to stream off of. So when I go back to my 2 screens, there's nothing wrong with them. They're right behind the camera. Um, But whenever I go back to that, I'm gonna be hopefully, feeling a lot more comfortable, a lot better with um, how everything's set up. And also, I mean, desk cam, right? This is another thing that I've wanted to do for a while. I've kind of pseudo done with Lego, doing the top down on like the very small amount of desk that I have. But this way I get to have a whole fold out table, and it just it's nice. It's very nice. So I'm a piece of garbage meme from a long time ago. Hell yeah. Mine, I actually have um my sub is Trevor saying, uh, "Oh God, here comes the content." My follow is Lyndon saying, "Merritt is an asshole." Um, I think my raid, or no, my tip, I think is Tony or Marcos or Tony Cornel Chapa or Torozo, depending on what era you knew him in. It's him saying, um, something along the lines of, "Oh my God, I gotta punch this kid in the face." Wait, something along those lines. Um, yeah, I've just taken quotes effectively from streamer friends to add to my stream, and I did get consent. I did get consent before I put it in, so they're all on board. The Switch wasn't too bad. Just had to get a rundown to navigate it. Yeah, it is. It is. Streamlabs might be more beginner friendly, but OBS just has all the bells and whistles. No, Lyndon's a sweetheart. I think there was a reason that he called me an asshole. I think it was like a redemption in his chat that changed my name to asshole or something like that. That somebody else did. So it wasn't even his call to do it. But now every time somebody follows me, they get greeted with "Merritt is an asshole." Off rip, on follow. Not now because it's not working properly. It's the old sound effects, but it works. It works for now until I fix it. You like that one, Elevator? Smooty made it. 100% better than Streamlabs. Plugins are amazing, and it doesn't use as much resources. Exactly. At least once a month. He had a Zelda marathon? I didn't even know. Yeah, it is. But until we can have actual emotes, may as well. On a white background, it's easier. Resources. I was I was picking up what you were putting down. I gotcha. Oh man. I had a customer, not a customer. I had a person walk past my store yesterday. Just mad at something. We don't know what. But he walked past, just screaming, um, muffled things, and then all we heard is, "It's just fucking plain marinara sauce," and then just kept on walking. All right, so that was our vocal stim for the day. Got through Link to the Past and stopped. Goes to finish every mainline Zelda game before Breath of the Wild 2. That's like my goals. I've been having goals like that. Not that I've actually started, but planning goals like that. Like now, I kind of want to finish every Resident Evil game before 10 comes out in 4 years. Um, because I think 10 should be next, right? Because 9 just came out, if I'm not mistaken. Your Zelda racers would have you. Okay, Elevator, you gotta share them now. You have to. Lamps, I can't say exactly the names or else I will get fired, but I sell suits and I sell jewelry. You know, these guys. Um, and that's all you need to know. You do, Nova, you do. It's fun. It's so much fun. No, 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 don't give him an at least. Tell us all of them, in order. Worst to best, or best to worst, your choice. Don't give him an out. If he starts that rabbit hole, he's gonna have to go down it. Internet struggles and laptop struggles. Yeah, yeah, that's... I'm very lucky that the laptop that Smoothie is loaning me, uh, it is beautiful. It's a tank. Because I simply would not be able to stream off of the tower computer that I had. You're too kind. Yeah, Elevator I know is a very strongly opinionated person. Maybe, maybe 1 year or 1 month or something, I might consider playing the Yakuza games in order. I might. Just for Elevator. Elevator, why do you not like what do you not like about Ocarina of Time? I've never played the Legend of Zelda games other than like minutes on somebody else's Switch, but I've never like played them through and through. You don't care about Yakuza? Okay, then I'm good. I'm out. I'm safe. How'd they ruin Yakuza? What's wrong with it? Yeah, that'd be sick, Nova. You should. I feel like I found my groove once I got back in. Of course, it is taking a lot of time now these days, but that's because I choose how much time I put into it, right? So I can't really say one way or the other if it's a bad thing. By they, do you mean the game devs ruined Yakuza for you? Oh, not the not our friends in the Discord. Okay. Hiring a known sex offender and double down on it to start. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. That's definitely a start. Everyone should. Just like how I want to get into making videos. I should. I just don't know where. And I feel like if I start posting on too many different avenues, I am just going to spread myself too thin and not be able to do it, not be able to keep up. So I want to just focus on one, and if I just focus on one, I want that to be YouTube. However, comma, if I focus on like shorter form content, then I can post that to TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Uh, I think that's all of them. Yeah, I think that's all of them. And then I could multi-post that way and get more eyes on me. It's a whole back and forth thing in my brain right now. Yeah, of course it would, Elevator, of course. Kingdom Hearts 2 Randomizer. I've never played those games. I say that a lot. I haven't played this, I haven't played that, I haven't watched this. There's a lot I need to experience. Definitely possible, not evil, to consume things made by bad people. Kind of. You just... It's always in the back of your mind, though. Dota 2. Hey, hey, hey. And Played Up. I know Played Up as well. Excuse me. It's never coming, just like Sly 5. Am I right? Up top. Rest in peace, Sly 5. It died too soon. PlayStation Amazing Games. Apparently. Apparently. so many must plays, much watch, right? You can't. Like there's so many hidden, like not even hidden gems, so many movies that like I need to watch that I just will never get to. And that's part of the reason why I wanted to start the like the theater in the Discord so that y'all can hold me accountable and watch it with me. Uh Maybe starting with like the 100 movies that you should watch before you die list or whatever that is, because I know that exists. Um because maybe then we could actually watch movies. Could be cool, could be good. Just never coming. Too much credit. It's not great. Some of the best gameplay on the DS, really? Bi-weekly movie nights? But on what days? I have to hold a few polls just to get some ideas. Because I also stream and I also work every day until at least like 90%, 80% of the time I work closing shifts. Those end at 9 o'clock. I get home like 9:30-ish and then I stream. So if I watch a movie after stream, I'm gonna die. I'm going to pass away. I will be past tense. But if I do it on my off days, that's an idea. Like on days where I don't stream, then that's a possibility. I just gotta quit my jobs, both of them. If I quit my jobs, then maybe I can get on track with watching movies. Priorities. A long ass day working 18 hours. Pretty rough what that sounds. Yeah. So what I did today, Lamps, was I woke up at like 7, 8 o'clock. Well, I woke up at 5 and then I fell back to sleep. And then I woke up, no, I woke up at 9. Officially woke up at 9. And then I worked from 9 until 9 at both of my jobs. And then I got home at like 9:30 and then I turned on my stream at like 9:50-ish. And now we've been streaming ever since. That's been my day, non-stop. And now it is 11:45. What are you doing, Clarky? What's good? How are you? I've just been yapping about my work day and how it's been going. It's been going. Chilling. I'm fantastic. Better now that you're here. 6 full classes, very hard, but you get a fair bit of free time. That's good then. What were you taking again? I forgot. It has variations. Um, Likely for different amounts of cheer, because when like cheer is in bits, right? Because when you send the bits, they show up as the different colors based on the different amounts. So it's likely those different thresholds have different cheer amounts, or have different variations for your cheer. If you ever want to do a stream doctor, that's one of the segments that I plan on doing. I consider myself knowledgeable. It's one of my hyperfixations. Uh, Likely because you just have to manually put it for every variation, because behind the scenes it's probably spaghetti code, if I had to guess. It's likely just spaghetti code, because most things for stream is likely just made by someone who has freshly learned. History, political science. Oh, okay, that explains all the reading. And then minor anthro. Nice. I take it you like what you're doing then. Twitch has added a lot for alerts as well. No, like When I left streaming, that Twitch didn't have any support for alerts. Well, thank you, Nova. I appreciate you being here, and I hope you have a great day tomorrow. Say goodnight to the dog on behalf of all of us here. Hey, before you go, it's bog time. Get your box in. I swear I don't have a button. Like, to set off the bog time. It happens to be every time you're leaving. Oh, good morning, Sarah. Why are you still awake? Go to bed.
Have you ever had a dream?
Tony with the raid. Hello. Hi, Raiders. How are you? This is the old alert. Yep.
You want him to do you so much you could do anything.
I forgot this was the long ass raid. Yeah, I forgot. I fully forgot that it's the old ones. It's so long because I did this like 6 years ago. Oh man, crowd work. Well, thank you, my friend. Thank you. It's so long because I set it ages ago. Like before I stopped streaming, I had set that alert. Um, oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yours or Tony's? Tony's, I don't know if I can. It's too big. But no, yours. Yeah, I can probably do that. That's manageable. Yeah, I can tank it. He's on his freak game right now. I don't know. He saw my face and just started acting up. I was still talking to his bond though. Uh-oh. Ooh, tell us the drama. Fill us in. You know we're fiends for that. Slurpy's just on X Games mode right now. Don't mind him. Uh, but yeah, I had set that alert for raids, and every other alert that we're using right now, 3, 4 years ago, I had reset the alerts, but then something broke, and then for some reason, certain alerts aren't working. Just flat out aren't working. So, and at the beginning of the stream, they would be working. So it would break somewhere in between. So I have to transfer all those sounds to the newest uh, iteration here. But what should have played is where are we here? Hold up, 1 second. Sound bites, right? No, I'll get there. I'll get there. Wrong button. Hold up, Tony. Don't say shit. I know. I'm working off of one screen here. Bear with me. No, Clarky is a grown ass man. Is it under recordings? Did I just not save it? I had to have saved them. It's Tony's beautiful voice. How was your stream, by the way? What did you stream? I'm sorry I couldn't be there. You started while I was working. He's a big year old now, yeah. I was about to say something that would get me canceled. I can't say that. I'm gonna say big, but with the hard R. You can't do that. 21? Something like that. Absolutely. Collabs are great. 5 years ago. Wouldn't be that. Would it be here? Oh, it is. Okay. So this is what the raid alert should have been. Or actually, this one is still long. No, it. I have to cut that down anyway. Anyway, here, have this one. Hold up, it's loading.
Yeah, I love when I punch that kid in the face. Oh, wait.
That's what it is. That's what it should have been. Took me a minute to find that, but I found it. Same age then. Hell yeah. Look at y'all having commonalities. 17? Crazy. What about you? Yeah, okay. Such babies still. Yeah, that's right. We can't. We shouldn't talk about age. Nova gets sad. Age is weird. Once you like leave school, it just stops mattering. Like for people that you hang out with. One of my best friends at work is like almost 50. It's fantastic. Watch out. Plurpy's working. He's putting in the hours, man. Oh man. Yeah. No, time flies. Time flies. It's been like years. He's on demon time right now. He's scaring me. Holy. I mean, I want to work on the jacket, but at this point, like, we can start. I need to find my stitch ripper, which is at work, I think. We can use scissors. We have a 459, 495, somewhere around there. $1 jacket here. Excuse me, Goku. There we go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And we're going to modify this and cut it and shit. Because I work at a suit place and this was trash. This was considered trash at a suit place. Crazy. Because there was a little stain, um, which I may have gotten out already. No, no, no. There's a little stain right here on the cuff, which easily washable. But because our uh, clothing here cannot be washed, they have to just throw it out. Crazy. Lambs, I think Plurpy is just saying shit. Uh, but with that being said, I was going to make this before I got derailed there into mimics from D&D. I was going to make this into a mimic. Yeah, I figured. So what I want to do is, and what I've been working on here, it's probably easier if I show it here. Get this out of the way. Is if I don't break everything by moving this. Oh fuck! Hold up. That'll do. Okay. So this shit's gonna transform. Here, it's best if we give more space here. What I plan to have here, the lapel, that's this portion here. Easier if I show it this way. The lapel has a little hole here, right? We're going to open this lapel all the way up. We have a micro servo, 9 grams. I think, yeah, my battery's right here. If we just, fuck, I can't. I don't have the other wire. what we can do here, I have to mute myself because the only plug that I have for this that will work, because the regular battery plug doesn't have enough power. Um, the only thing that works is an actual power to the laptop or from this battery here. Last room we figured out the battery works. But if I mute myself, we have this, which effectively it's just going to move, wait, and then move back. And that's all it's programmed to do right now, but I'll explain more once I show it off. One day it'll click in. There we go. Pretty good, pretty cool. It works, right? Um, that is going to be moving the lapel here, the hole here, and it will open and close said like eye piece. And our little friend behind us here, this duck. I bought them from Value Village because I liked their eye. So we're going to take the eyeball, we're going to rip it out of this thing's face, and we're going to put it in our jacket. We're going to put it in here. Because with this, it's going to be able to open up, expose the eye, and then we can close it again. W eyes, right? Yeah. The right is only for elevator. Only elevator can flirt, apparently. What do I do for work? I sell suits. That's how I got this piece here. This piece is 100% wool. It's very, very well made. No, I sell suits and I sell jewelry. 2 jobs. And hopefully elevator one day. As per this shit, the technology shit, I just do this for fun. And I mean, I'm not good at it by any means. I'm still very much learning. This is just using the most complete starter kit, Uno R3 project. Yeah. And last stream I taught myself how to work a button. DOS R4, huh? What do you mean? DOS R4. I don't know. This is the Arduino Uno. So that is this board here. And basically you write a little bit of code to tell the pins to do something. And if you write the code the right way, things happen how you want them to. DOS. Oh, no. They might have something like that, but I only have this. I know you're trying to make the joke, but I already ruined it, so my bad. But I have to figure out how to make this not only stitched into this to where it works, but I also then have to hide this piece without fucking up the wires here, because they're very revenue, please. If it works correctly, it would not make it. Look, man, I copied the code, all right? I'm not spending far too much time on stream learning how to code this. At one point, I was teaching myself how to like properly code Arduino, so I know enough to where I can just rip a code from a website, change a few things to what I want, and then flash it onto here. Which I'm going to have it so that it's a passive thing, where it just will move the servo up and down to blink occasionally, and then I will have a button that I can press that will manually flash the eye. For Setsu, I'm not sure. It depends on how much time I actually put into it. Because my biggest issue is going to be this. Because this, um, it looks pretty flat. However, I don't know if this is even going to help you see much. Oh, there we go. You can see it has the bits of wire up top. So I'm going to have to get wire that will work with me here rather than against me, because if any pressure is put on these pieces, it's just going to bend and break. And I don't want to break the entire board when I do this. So with that, I'm going to have to figure out a way to make it so that I can just press the button and have it work, and have this hidden somewhere, like I was saying. Whether that be like a fanny pack or something that I wear under the suit, that'd be kind of funny. Um, but a thinner plastic case, I could maybe have something 3D printed custom, but as it stands right now, no, I can't have that. Uh, Another thing that I wanted to add, which I think I would also use the Arduino for, the same one, is where are you? Is it here? Content, building streams. Yeah, okay, we're here. Uh, this. This is the idea for the suit. Okay, so we're gonna have the eyeball here in the lapel, and then we're going to have teeth. If I throw this on, throw on my drip real quick. I mean, the hood really ain't a part of the look, but I swear it actually fits when there's not an oversized hoodie on. But we're going to have teeth that pop out from under the lapels here, as well as the lapel opening up as an eyeball. Um, yeah. Actually, fun story. I don't have the photo anymore. I might still have the photo. Join the Discord, and if I find it, I will send it. Um, but I actually had built the arc reactor um, from the ground up. It works. No, uh, it was more like a cosplay piece. Thank you, Limitless. It was more like a cosplay piece where under your shirt it lit up as the arc reactor symbol, and it looked sick as hell. It was just like a necklace. Worked off of like an old like camper light. Irish? Yeah, okay. But I had that, and then I also had built like a gauntlet with the same parts, with a little breadboard instead of the full Arduino, where when you push a button, it completes the sensor. This was attached to a drone battery that was the drone battery was stored in the back of the palm, I think. There was a button here, so that when you close your fist, a laser on the top would shoot. So like you could just, and then the laser was like a pen laser pointer. That's the word, laser pointer. But it was sick. It was sick. I just have to make sure that I'm not accidentally on this scene here while I'm telling this story. But anyway, there's a lot I need to catch up on. I just saw a giant lore dump. And y'all know my reading skills, that of a second grader, so bear with me here. Here's the tea. Recently added a new person to the group, and they seemed nice, but they started flirting with someone while that person was with a or has a partner, and bragging about things in a condescending way. Today, they said things that bothered you, and other people said it to, and other people, and says them, what? They said things that bothered you and other people, and said it's to them. Here's my brain's just not working with that. We'll continue on. And then when they're done bragging, they just left. That's dumb. What? Have you kicked them out of the group yet? That's crazy. That's like that's like 2 seconds in and out. They're out of the group chat. You'll be playing COD. Look, man, I have a need to be building shit. My brain needs it. I don't know why, but my brain needs it. Yeah, that's elevator. Oh my God, Plurpy, you're so brave. Me too. Yeah, get out. Right there and then. Still on call. Well, kick him out anyway. You can be in the call and kick him out. I need to not be fucking breaking things. There we go. I think. No. Sorry, I'm using one like main computer screen here, so I have chat on my phone next to it, and that's just breaking. We know elevator. Everybody knows, actually. So anyway, in order to make the eyeball open and close, the servo needs to it can only move in a straight line, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to form around the eye with galvanized wire. This shit right here from the dollar store is like $2. This shit is really strong. I don't know if it's going to be too strong, but like it is malleable by hand, so it should work. And we're gonna sew that into the lapel eye here. So we'll see if that works, but we also have to very carefully open up the eye. If y'all can't tell, I'm really trying hard to not get sidetracked, because I know I will. I'm notorious for that shit. Let's see here. So real for those statements. Yep. Yep. Same. Alright, I have a fake knife or whatever. I don't know how Twitch is with knives, so we'll say it's a fake knife. Well, if my manager could see me now, he'd be crying. I'm gonna be so upset with myself if I accidentally cut something that I can't fix. Because this happens to be my size, so like I can actually wear this. But instead, I'm fully modifying this for the bit. Dance. What are we dancing to? Hold up. Good kid? Good night, Nova. Thank you for being here. Yeah, your dog told you to go to bed like a half hour ago? Go bed. Also, I do not have a lot of room to dance. It'll be chair dancing because I cannot move my chair back. It has to be DMCA friendly. Why is this just so tough? Yes, will do. Classic for the stream. Yeah, wait. Yeah, it's not. I'm not your monkey. I'm Elevator's monkey. Hold up. Full stop. Uh, no. I move the whole desk forward and basically push over the camera in order to get out of the setup here. Uh, I want to play these songs, but it's gonna get struck by fucking YouTube. So what we can do, because YouTube hears like one note for something and they shoot you. They shoot you on site. Zero questions asked. It's annoying as hell. What can I do here? It's all just Epic the Musical. Every bit of it. Hold on. We'll go peep the setup by the way. Crazy shit in it. Give me stream beats or give me death. We can try groovy. Yeah, which passionate? Just me that part of the body. But then I have to do more work. I don't know about that, big dog. After stream, I go right to bed, or I eat something, and then I go right to bed, and then I regret it the next day because I have to get up early, and I should have just gone to bed, and blah 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 blah. It's a little loud. We have a lot more stitching to get. The stitching's actually really, like, well done in these. This is not me just glazing the suits that I sell. It doesn't help that I'm being very delicate with this as well. One too many and I will cry. But I told my manager that I was doing this, and he said, like, that's sick as hell because he's a big D&D fan. And this is effectively just a mimic. So he's all on board for me doing this. And I'm going to be actually allowed to wear it to work too. Because with the press of a button, it's going to just transform into a regular suit. And ideally, nobody will be able to see. It's the goal. Twitch audio mutes. Twitch doesn't, though. It doesn't, because everything that is safe by Twitch's standards, YouTube still says, hey, I'm going to stab you in the throat if you keep using that. Even if Twitch doesn't mute it, YouTube has different rules. Yeah. Yep. So it technically can make it to YouTube, and YouTube technically is like, okay, I'll allow it. But at the same time, it's just risky. We've made good progress. Like we can kind of get our finger through. Because if I mute the whole audio track, then for the entire VOD, it's silence with me just yapping, and there's no background music. And I think that's insufferable. Unless you're thinking of using it a different way. Let's see our eye. Come here. Come here, duck. How does this even look? Do we need a wider lapel slot? We may. Yeah, that's not nearly wide enough. Because what we're looking at here is not even all around the black of the eye. So I think we may have to remove all of the stitching around the around the lapel here, in order to just get a free, like, clean slit here, and then we'll have to re-stitch all the way around by hand. I've seen our seamstress do something similar to that, and it'll work. It'll just be a lot of, well, work. I chat for, like, probably half of my stream. True. Unless we can somehow get this even further. Like, there's a little bit of room, but I kind of like how this curves around still. I don't know. I think I'm also a little bit in my head, because in my brain, I'm like, this is a $500 suit jacket. I am terrified to rip this the wrong way. Yeah, that is true. Because at least you'll still have the game in the background to go off of. And it's bonk time. Get your bonks in. People also wouldn't hear the bonks, and that's really sad. Unless I do it a different way. Part of my goal is to be able to have this fully still wearable, um, and be able to just gut all the wires from it easily, easily. How we'll do that, I don't know, but I want to make it a goal. Come here. You are sharp enough to cut it, right? It's starting to not feel like it. Here, we'll try. This is a little out of the ordinary, but we'll try a hammer. That'll do. I mean, true, but also that's using a source called Trigger Fire. It's built directly into OBS. Oh, that was a big cut. Okay. My heart just sank. We're gonna see how that looks. Call me your duck. Give me your eye. That's better. That is better. Maybe a little bit more? We can start to see the eyeball poking through. I'm now starting to think that maybe like a bright blue eye could be better here. Or something. Maybe the duck will live. Who knows? Maybe I'll get to donate the duck back, and I just donated to Value Village. I'm a professional. Don't do this at home. Or whatever the professionals say. Now that we're cut through that part, it does feel to be going easier, so I do have to be very careful, that's all. Professional bullshit teller. What sort of bullshit do you tell? See that? Duck, come here. Oh. Okay, that's big enough for the eye. That should be, at least. Right? Right? We can see the eye, kind of. Mad scientist activities. I swear, there were no signs. Officer, I swear. There were signs. Okay, and it doesn't even look that bad? Kind of hard to see. I have Agamotto, not Mama Coco. Okay, so we have that, and then to have the teeth sort of pop out from under, I'm thinking, I don't know how I'll do it, but I'm thinking that I'll have some type of a track on the inner lining, and then down near the bottom, a pivot system with another either stepper motor or like micro servo like I have here, like the OG thing I showed you. Because all I have to have the bottom piece, sorry, the bottom piece here do is turn approximately 45 degrees, if that, in order to uh, what would push the teeth out from under here, and yet still lie flat under the lapel. Big thing. Again, I cannot stress this enough. I cannot stress this enough. I need it to be hidden. I need it to be fully normal looking. Although, like, you and I will know what's under it. If I make a video about this and it looks off, people aren't gonna enjoy it nearly as much as if it is perfectly flush and genuinely working as it should. Even if it only works one time, I'm gonna fix it. But if it only works one time, I'll be happy. And that's my goal for now. So I need a needle and thread, and that should be all. Here, we'll start with this though. Some galvanized steel beams. Or whatever that meme was. Y'all remember that one? That one was crazy. If I can get in. I had little mini pliers somewhere, didn't I? And something or other wood. Yes, yes, that's the one. Hold on. I think it's in here. Oh Lord, yeah. You. Like I said, I got a little pair of pliers. That's all I need though. Just something to get some leverage. Alright, come on down. I got it from the Buck store. It came in a 3-pack. This thing was tight on. Okay, so it shouldn't need much. So we won't take a crazy amount. Rip something off a PC case, that'll do it. We can use this here. Where are we? Come here. Okay, Sue. Yeah, he does a little bending. So how will this work for us, though? That is my question. So we have the top of our eyelid, right? This is going to be sewn up so that this... Where'd my little pliers go? So this piece acts like an eyelid, so it can come down with the help of our little motor. Finally, alright, sounds good. And this will all be sewn in, so we won't see our galvanized steel. The only thing is, do I want a bottom eyelid as well under the eye? Which this will then act as like a hinge to? Maybe. Maybe. Let's see how that would look. So we have like our eyelids like that. We bring you around. Wood veneer! That's what it is. No, you won't. Because again, we want this to look like a legit suit. Hell yeah. I could go for like half of that. Okay, so we have like the bottom of the eye here, or I guess the ring around the lid. If we were to stitch the bottom, we only need half of it, but I figure better to have a little extra. So that way when it's open, it would be like that. And then we would have an extra layer here that would act as a closing portion. If that makes sense? Because effectively, with this under, having it in the open state would look like this. And then the top lid would come down to close it back up so that we couldn't see. And then it would come back to open, and then we'd see the eye. That's the general idea behind my mad science here. How I'm going to attach that to our little servo guy? I don't know. Hot glue, maybe? Melt it into the plastic? Something. Because these holes are not nearly large enough. Unless we just actually put it into the motor itself. Could be interesting. Just glue it directly onto it. I have to go by the surplus store. I know they have a lot of small mechanical parts. See if I can't maybe find a housing for this, so I could keep it in my pocket like another phone sort of thing. A housing for this piece. And I'm going to have to get thread and needle because I don't know where I have that right now. They do. Smoothie showed me once and I was in heaven. Man, I helped a customer today and they needed a I guess you guys need the full story. So this father comes in and he says, "Hey, my daughter and her boyfriend, they were like wrestling or whatever. And then his necklace is like it snapped off, and his necklace is it's a gift from his grandfather, so it's like the last thing that they have." In my brain, I'm like, "Oh, you're in denial, buddy. You're in so much denial. They were fucking, and you know it. They had to have been." And yeah, he was definitely just in denial over that fact, because just wrestling does not break a chain like that. But okay, sure. It was just the jump ring that was like stretched. Seeing as how the rest of the chain was in pretty peak condition, like it hadn't been stretched much. They Exactly. Like there's no other thing. But yeah, the father came in alone, so I didn't want to like burst his bubble or anything like that. Or accuse his daughter of being a Jezebel or nothing. So I let that slide. And all that had to be done was to take a jump ring, a new one, which is just a little like almost complete circle of metal, and pinch it into the new shape. That's it. I did that. Costs like $6 for the jump ring, and he tried to tip me like 15 extra dollars. And I'm like, "Sir, thank you, but like what the hell? You don't know. We don't do tips here." Honestly. But he didn't know how to fix it, so I fixed it for him, and he was very, very grateful. The only thing is we aren't allowed to take any tips, I guess is a good way to put it. Yeah. No tips. We're not allowed to do that good of a job that they want to give us extra money. because he was full on with the idea of like, oh, I'm gonna have to get this sent away. Like, how long is that gonna take? What's it gonna cost? And I was like, $6 and I'll do it right now. As you guys know, as you guys can see, I'm decent with my hands, so I just fixed it right there in front of him. Told him like, hey, does he sleep in this necklace, by the way? Don't do that. Yeah, don't sleep with this necklace on, okay? That could stretch it, and then you might be back here again. And he seemed very very thankful over that information, but like I had to hold in. I had to hold in the my accusations there. Look, man, look, big dog. I had to get the point across somehow. Am I Julio Schwazy? Good to see you. I am not a jeweler myself, but I work at a jewelry store. Like, I don't make the jewelry, but I can fix chains. I can definitely sell a piece of jewelry, that's for sure. Also, Schwazy, it's late as hell. Go bed. What are you doing here? If it's late as hell for me, it's later. It's even later for you. I also sell these. I sell suits. And right now, the concept here, the proof of concept, we've just opened up the lapel pin a little bit wider, so that we can have the eyeball. I don't know if I'm going to go with this or like a bright eyeball, but the eyeball is going to show through the lapel. The duck will not live the surgery. It'll be something like that. And if you've ever played Dungeons and Dragons, this is going to be a mimic. So a monster that looks like something but is actually something else. Actually a monster. Yeah, genuinely, come to me. I'll fix stuff. I love fixing stuff. Oh my god, dude. Have you not gone to bed yet? Schwazy. Okay, so 5, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. That's 10 hours away. That's time to drink a lot of water. Eat something very salty. Nor, of course you haven't. So, hear me out, okay? Yeah, you got ages, you're chilling, drink a lot of water, eat something salty. You got the kebab. Yeah, you're fine, you're good. You're good. What have you drank tonight? All the luck that you don't have. I mean, it's Saturday, man. Just go out, be free, have fun. Vibin'. Are you the type to get like shit-faced off of like one super light drink, or are you like quite a few in? Hell yeah. 5 pints and 5 double rum and cokes. Jesus Christ. And a whiskey in there, of course. Of course. That's how it goes. It's a lot cheaper. Smell a wine cork and you're good. But unfortunately, we can't all be that lucky. I think that's a good shape. So this will be like the top of the eyelid, and then we have the full eye structure behind it. That the eyeball, whether that one or I might find another one, but that the eyeball will then sit in. I might just take a trip down to the dollar store tomorrow and see what they have. God, if I can get this to stay. Something like that. We still have to program the the Elgato to go at proper intervals, but it's fine. Alcoholic ginger beer, okay. I mean, if you're feeling good, you're feeling good. You know yourself the best. I'm just glad you're having a good night. You gotta spread some of that love my way. Or Limitless's way. Okay, I don't have the thread on hand because I didn't think that far ahead. Because I never do. Let's see here. Commissions 2% on diamonds, 1% on everything else. And then a base pay, of course. Being a tourist attraction, people heard the accent and didn't saw what. Yeah, interesting. Say, well, I mean, yeah, the people can't hold their liquor here. Not most, at least. Let me try and see what I can find. I will be right back. Because I need thread, or else I can't go on. Bear with me. I think I know where I keep some. I might be able to sneak out here, actually. Oh, this is tight. That is true, Limitless. That is true. Up we go. All right. Ouch. That's not sharp enough. That's too small. What about where are my needles at? We got tape. That doesn't help. Um, not ideal. You can try this. I just don't think it'll work. But then I still need thread. Um, and I know I have some in my crochet kit, but I don't have that here with me. It's at work. That's crazy. $100 tab is insane. 14 on the dot. Crazy. Okay, we have a needle. We found one. I bought thread a while ago. I think it's at work. Not helpful here. Move you out of the way. Yo, so I swear that's crazy. Wow, sneaky, sneaky, eh? Hold up, I will be right back. I'll give you another screen to look at while I am back, while I make my return. Enjoy the duck. Enjoy this. I'll be back, like 2 minutes, maybe a little more. I have to find some yarn. I think Smoothie might have some downstairs. Yeah, if I can get out of this room, that's a whole different problem. Don't kill each other while I'm gone. Enjoy the chair stream too. Love you, Shwazy. Have a nice night. Hello, we're back. Kind of. I have to somehow get back into my fucking streaming position. Bear with me. It's a bit of a tight fit in here with all the setup going. But we did get yarn. We did. You can come up here, my little side table. Nearly in. Rune Tetris. Ghetto. Oh no. Does it involve me sitting on the bed when I play? We'll go back here. I bet we have pseudo iDesk. What? Pseudo LDesk. Gotcha. Someone being upside down? I don't know, man. But we have our thread. Now we get to sew our galvanized steel into our $500 suit. I also got more water. And yeah, Danny, you read that tag right. What? What time work? Open. So it should be 9. Or not 9, sorry, 9:30. Yeah, 9:30 till 6. Gross. I know. What time do you work? Because you got to come with me, right? There we go. Now I can see chat again. We're back. Oh, it's already fixed? Hell yeah. Alright, so Smoothie was very kind and has donated us some thread. Oh. Not till June? They're gonna have it for a long time. Mm-hmm. You see these bad boys? I stole them. I was typing there. Okay. Alright, this will do for now. I am so going to lose something here. Thread the hell out of our needle and away we go. I'm a little scared. Something like that's fine. Okay. So the only thing is this is going to have to somehow stay. And I haven't thought that far ahead yet. Nor have I really considered how the mechanism for our servo is going to fully interact. for better visual aid here. Because the idea will be that this is going to blink. But do I stitch over or under? I think under is probably the smarter choice. For this to then come and rotate how I want it to, we'd have to have you like this, I think. Something like this, to where once you rotate over, it'll be closed. I think that makes sense. I say we just fly by the seat of our pants and do it. Because the general idea here, if we may, is somewhere along the lines of this. We can very scuffily put this on here. I think this makes sense. This makes sense, kind of, to me. And then we need... Smoothie, do you have one of these? One of these plugs here? Because the only one that I have is for my microphone. So every time I want to test this, it's gotta be... I gotta rip my microphone. Which, like, I totally can do, but... Anyway, to show off what my plan here is, or my idea is, like... Excellent news, he did have one. He was trying to shove it under the door, but I can't see under the door. There's too much AV cart in the way. Anyway, now I can actually talk to you and do this at the same time. So, the idea here is, it's not exactly centered on this, but we will eventually fix that. So we have like an open state and a closed state for the eye. Where are you? So like open, closed, open, closed. If you think of this curve as the top of the eyelid, that's kind of the motion that I want from this. Of course, we'll get rid of the little tail, and it's not going to be like taped on, obviously. Yeah, sure. Let me know what their sort of like rates would be, and if they want to show me some examples of art that they've done, that'd be cool. But this all is now proven that it can be powered via this, which is lovely. I love that. Okay, but less scuffed, this concept works. Now, how would I mount this? How are we mounting you so that while you are up, you stay? Super glue. No, because it has to be removable. Keep in mind, yes, I am cutting into this, but it still is a $500 suit. Not so super glue. I don't know about that. But now, technically, I can just flash stuff onto here really easily. I think. Don't switch my output. One sec. Okay, sounds good. Let's just move our keyboard back here. Let's see here. Where did my Arduino software go? IDE. There you are. So due to us being able to now plug in without unplugging our microphone, a whole new world opens where we can... Where's our plug? Take this. Just plug directly into our keyboard. Surely that won't fuck things up. Select our board. Select our sketches for the servo. In the meantime, it still is just going to continue to go while I get this all set up here. I guess I'll let you guys see what I'm doing. I have the servo here, so I just want it to write to 0 and then stop. Which we can just make a temporary one, I suppose. Can I duplicate you, please? Okay, here. We will just, new tab. New file, servo 0. Sorry, there's a space. It doesn't like spaces. Servo 0. Where with... Oh, it's gonna need a full new sketch. Whoops, my bad. Oh well. Either way, we should just need this. Oh, this isn't good. Get you out of here. Not fuck that up. All we should need is this. I think. Throw this into a new sketch. Select board for you. Paste. Void loop, and then that should be all that we need, right? Other than the close squiggle. Should be good. Check. What do you mean? There's an open, there's a close. Oh, my bad. Semicolon. Now we should be good, right? Yeah, okay. So flash this onto our Arduino. That should just permanently zero out. Sorry, no info of it. What do you mean? It should just be uploaded. Yeah, that'd be great. Or you can have him just join the full Discord, and then I can add him there, because I have to be able to add him as a friend. That's fair. Here, check this out here. No info available. So something's not writing properly here. And I'm not sure what that is. We're going to abort uploading. We are going to... Where are we here? Come along. In the background, I just hear the servo going. Um, it should. Is it because it's not properly saved or something? That's weird. Um, Here, I can pull another invite. It might just not have been a multi-use, or it may have expired or something, but that should do it. Yeah, it's just gonna keep going. Until I figure out how to make this thing stop. Attach 9, write 90. So we should just be able to write this to 0. Sorry, I'll bring along the class. So write to 0. That's gonna blur everything. Write to 0 this way. To verify, it should verify just fine. Also, yeah, the servo is like right near the mic, so that makes sense that you can hear it. Do I need to save you? Is that why? Servo 0 again. Now that it's saved, can I upload it? Possibly. Oh, it stopped. It has not worked. Sketch uses 4%, maximum is lots. Global variables use 2%. It's just not uploading nicely. Perhaps because it's plugged in to the keyboard, which it probably should not be for something like this, but I don't want to unplug anything else. It's just going to break something. I'm learning how to upload shit to my Arduino Uno, but it's just not quite working. Because right now, this fucker is stuck on the first program, quote unquote. Right, it shouldn't matter because it's plugged into the keyboard here. It has its own like USB. But for some reason, we're just not flashing it onto our Uno, and I don't fully understand why yet. Could just be because I have too many others, like I have multiple other sketches open or something. So, what if we try something like this? We open up 0. I just want it to write so that it goes to 0, and that's it. We upload here. Upload error, access status 1. Access is denied. Access status 1. What? Hey Kai, you're smart, right? What the hell does this mean? Specifically these. Because I'm just trying to get it to go to 0. So that I can tell where the starting point is. I'm pretty sure the starting point is just straight up. But I've also taken off the nub, so I don't fully know. Like if we just open up our regular like servo where we were learning, and then just newly try to flash that on, is it still going to give you the same issue? It will, okay. It might be because it's plugged into the keyboard. Genuinely. And if that's the case, what if we just try plugging in elsewhere and just fuck around and find out, see what happens? Ta-da. Yes, that was the original what we wanted to do. Now I just want to sit on 0. So that being said, if I just have a loop sit on 0, then it'll go to 0. That's all I want. I just want to go to 0. Um, so now if we just upload this, now it says no info? What do you mean no info? Programmer's not responding. Don't loop it. I don't know how to do that yet, Kai. Big dog, is it just regular function? Yeah, I wanted to go to 0. I'm very new to learning this. I know enough to steal from other people's stuff and then change little numbers for it to do what I want it to do. There was a time when I had taught myself some of this, but not nearly enough, obviously. How are you, Duck? It's good to see you. We're learning a little bit of coding right now. Arduino board. Yeah, do you know Arduinos? What am I doing wrong? Why can't I get shit flashed onto my Arduino? It just keeps telling me shit. I just want it to go to 0 and not move. But it's having an issue doing that. And then nothing. It's either nothing, or it says no, or it says no error 1. All this to just get this little guy. There's a little guy to sit on 0. Because I'm not sure if this is 0 or if this is 90. Because I've taken the little end bit off and I put it back on. So I just don't know. I don't know. And I don't understand why it's not letting me upload. Like maybe if I just close it and open again, now that it's like plugged in, it could work. He has joined the server. Okay, perfect. I will send him a friend request whenever I'm off stream. Fight your cat for your hair tie. Cute. In the meantime, get your bonks in. It's bonk time. Alright, let me close out. I swear, I don't have a button when people say they're leaving that it throws up a bonk time. I swear, I swear, I swear. JC Fire. Let me look in the members since they haven't spoken yet. Member since? They're not in the server yet, actually, no. Last to join was 7 days ago. That's funny. Just one tax before they go. You can see him. That's weird. Unless because I'm in streamer mode, it doesn't update it. But that seems weird. Unless they've already been in the server previously. I doubt that. JC Fire. Could you have them typed in the server? And looping is fine. Okay, that's good. But why won't it upload? What's wrong? Because it's great that it now will just sit here dead. But does that mean that it has uploaded? Now that it's stopped going back and forth? Hold on, straight, let me see. Yeah, JC Fire. There they are. Okay, well, we will add as a friend and we'll see. Did I get an error? I didn't get an error the last time, but I did get where it was just sitting there uploading, quote unquote, but it never said success. However, if we look back down here, it stopped moving. It stopped actuating, as it were. And I think this is 0. So if we just put 0, because this is my biggest issue. I took the bit off and I didn't put it to 0. Or what I want 0 to be. I just stuck it on randomly. Is it missing a bunch of stuff? Because it worked. And I ripped that script right off the website, so... Like, if we flash this back onto it... Sorry, come class. Okay, if we flash this back onto it... Upload. Done compiling. Still uploading. It'll just sit here and upload. I have that. I have that. I don't have that, but it also just didn't require that. It can take a while to upload? Okay. Could be that. Let's see. Sweep from 0 to 180 degrees. For this plus 1. Okay, or you can just have it set 0 and then set 180, which is how this one is written to do. Just, it writes it to 0 and it waits for a long ass time. That might be why, because it's waiting for fucking a minute. Here, let's have it wait for like 1 second. This could be part of the reason why we're not seeing anything, quote unquote, right away. Is because it's just being set for a long ass delay for this one. We'll cancel the upload on that. Double check for any issues. No issues. Get onto the damn Arduino. It can take a while to actually upload. Normally it doesn't take this long though, so I'm wondering, maybe it's just the cord that Smoothie gave me is slow to do any of this? I don't know, we'll leave it here. We'll let it do its thing. Maybe. But Duck, I'm assuming you just woke up. How was your sleep? In the meantime, plug you back in. If we suddenly see this servo spring to life, we'll know something's up. We can all keep an eye on it. But until that's up and running, I don't want to sew in our galvanized steel into my very nice suit. Because I need to make sure that this will work. Look out, because the kitten dropped something on the floor. Well, you can't blame them for that. We're still, not doing nothing. For uploading like 4 lines of code, this isn't looking promising. You know, crochet doesn't do this to me. Crochet works right away every time. I'm just saying. I think we might just need to put a pin in it and just wait until I can figure this out another time. Because it is late. It's 1:30. And I'm getting eepy. I'm getting tired. So I think we're going to call her there, but don't go anywhere. I'm talking to you because we got to send you someplace, don't we? Let's send you here, actually. This could be fun. Elevator will love it. He's playing the new Resident Evil. I just need to find a way to transfer that to... If we go back... We can't go back. Cool. I'm also pressing buttons. That's changing the camera. I know that. It's the back button on my mouse. My bad. Okay, this'll do. When I understand how Twitch works, it's over for y'all. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. So we are going to send you over to Mania Cosplays. He is a lovely streamer currently playing Resident Evil 9. I was in his chat a couple days ago, and yeah, hop in. He cosplays. He is real fun to hang around, and he should be close to the end of the game. So mild spoiler warning. But without further ado, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you hanging out, chatting, lurking, whatever you do. I appreciate it. I'll be live again tomorrow after work, so like 6:30, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I just appreciate you guys hanging out, and I'll see you guys then, hopefully. And tomorrow we should be playing Zomboid with crew, after some yapping, of course. So I hope to see you guys there. Anyway, without further ado, I hope you guys have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow. As always, adios.